Welcome to my YouTube channel, Social Critic. I am Prashant Kumar. In the 10th Science Social Science, in the Political Science 4th lesson, Global Problems and India's Role. The World War ended. The Second World War ended in 1945. With that, imperialism, colonialism also ended. The new world order emerged along with the world order. And UNO started established. New era of the world order started. But the problems not ended. Many problems still alive and new problems started. Let us discuss about the global problems, and in that, to solve the problems, India's role. What was India's role? Let us discuss today. It is global problems and India's role. Problems emerged after World War II. After Second World War, which are the problems? Denial of human rights, arms race, economic inequality, apartheid or racial discrimination, terrorism. These are the problems, main problems. In that, few problems we have to discuss today. In that, denial of human rights. What is human right? The rights which have been guaranteed by the Indian Constitution and international conventions is called human rights. The human rights were not available for everyone. Some problems. Here, some events which provide more strength to human rights. Where there is human rights were denied, their people revolted against the ruler. Where was that? Some examples here. The American War of Independence in 1776. French Revolution of 1789. Russian Revolution of 1917. Freedom struggles of India and other countries. These are all examples for this, which upheld equality, upheld human rights. General Assembly of UNO declared human rights on 10th December 1948. And here, in order to facilitate better implementation of human rights, UNO has provided guidelines along with the Human Rights Declaration. The guidelines included 30 columns. Example, in that, every individual has the right to live with freedom and dignity and also equality. Once he born as individual, he has all these rights. It also calls for the eradication of slavery and gender-based exploitation, especially exploitation of women. Yeah. So what is India's role here? India and human rights. India provided fundamental rights in the Article 12 to 35. It supports human rights. National Commission for Human Rights were established. National rights for SCs and STs were established. National Women's Commission established. National Backward Classes Commission established. By establishing all these, India also supported human rights. With UNO, India joined its hands to support these human rights. So every person has the right to live, right to life. So that right is necessary. Some countries they are not giving. As a result, some group of people they were suppressed for the proper way of living. Human rights very important one. No one should be denied from that. That was the intention of UNO as well as India. So this is about India and human rights or human rights. Another problem, arms race. Here, one statement. In nuclear epoch, either we have to end the war or the war will end us. We have to stop the war. Compulsorily, we already observed 2 world wars. Again, we don't want that one. We have to stop the war. We have to end the war. Otherwise, war will end us. If the Third World War occurred, definitely no life on this earth. Life will be wiped out. And whoever he explained this one, the president of USA, ex-president of USA, he told about this arms race. The world which has arms not only wastes the money but also wastes the sweat of laborers, intelligence of scientists, and wastes the dreams of the children. See how much waste it is. Everything will be wasted. Not only wasting money, these are also, they will be killed, they will be destroyed. And we have to reduce that because of the suspicion, hatredness between the countries. We suspect that that country may attack on us, so that these countries they increase their weapons. How much? It's very dangerous level. The cloud of Third World War came in the sky. This is not a good sign. So it is a direct process available to bring down the number of arms or elimination of certain arms. We have to eliminate certain arms, then only it is possible. And here, because of arms race, what happened? Insecurity, fear, instability, and threat of war appears due to this arms competition. That should be bring it down. Otherwise, it's very dangerous. So, in this respect, mainly after the Second World War, the world divided into two countries, strong countries. They stood in different angles, different poles. One USA, headed by USA, another one USSR. One capitalistic country, another one communistic country. And these countries increasing their weapons and party members towards their side. So, to stop this arms race in the name of disarmament, these two countries signed many agreements. Bilateral agreements between US and USSR to stop the arms race. They are Partial Test Ban Treaty, PTBT. They signed. Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, CTBT. These countries signed. Strategic Arms Limitation Talks, SALT. So also these two countries signed. They signed, but not ended. India and other countries need to find a way out of definitive destruction staring at the humanity. The peace-loving country India wanted to stop these wars. So because of that, all these treaties, so arms race are always dangerous. This is another problem of the world. And next, another one, economic inequality. Why economic inequality came? And here, it is the gift of colonialism and imperialism. European countries, they established colonies in Africa, Asia, and Latin American countries. And they looted the wealth of these countries. And after getting independence, they had to suffer a lot. Their financial condition, economic condition was very, very bad, worst actually. And many of these Asian and African countries, they have to achieve economic independence. Only political independence they got. They had to cross many hurdles. So what problems? Which are the features of economically backward countries? Low level of income and lack of capital formation, lack of technology, lack of education facilities, mass poverty, agricultural backwardness, lack of transportation, ill health. See how many problems because of economically backwardness. Because of one problem, many problems will come. What are the reasons for this economical backwardness? High population. These countries have high population. and increasing price level of the goods, increasing continuously, inflation, lack of diversification. They will not diversify their economy. There's a lack of diversification is another problem. Growing inequality in income. Wealth distribution not equally distributed. Lack of industrialization. Not there means definitely economy will not improve. These countries mainly depend on agriculture, and agriculture also not mechanized farm, old system, lack of connection with the international market, export not there, import will be there, export not there. So as a result, economically they become backward. And here what happened, because of economic backward countries, to improve their economic condition, they were not self-sufficient. They had to depend on other countries. At that time, these developed countries, what we call, they wanted to help them reason. They will, in the name of help, they will levy some conditions on these countries. And this country condition, what was the condition? We are ready to help, but you have to supply your raw materials to our country, and you have to purchase finished goods from our country. So again what happens, once already they lost the independence and now recently they got independence. Next, if they follow the condition of these countries, definitely they will lose their economic independence. They have to face the economic slavery. That will be the result. So as a result of these, some countries including India try to channel monetary help to third world countries. The third world denotes the poverty and non-development. These countries helping each other. Developments which taxing the poor nations. Which developments taxing the poor nations? Excess spending, open economy, globalization, unethical trade. See, in the name of globalization, and the lesson comes in the 10th standard itself. So rich countries, they dump their goods in the market. So the local goods lost its market and industry completely destroyed. And because of smuggling, unethical trade, because of open economy, free trade from outer countries, where full goods will come to our country and our goods can't compete. People will spend more. As a result, inflation. See, many problems. What are the measures taken up by India to eradicate economic inequality? We are discussing about the global problems and India's role. What is India's role? Monetary help. India is trying to give monetary help. Provide assistance to poor nations. Third world countries' main motto is that one. Helping each other. Cooperation and coexistence. Live and let live. Exchange of science and technology. Whatever technology I know, let me give to you. And your knowledge, you have to give to me. We should not depend on rich countries or developed countries. Developing capital, health, education, etc. India has launched the policy of non-alignment. We should not align with the USA or USSR. As a result, because of this non-alignment, the Third World War stopped actually. And these third world countries, they're helping each other, and recently they were developing. Underdeveloped countries becoming developing, slowly they will become developed. The handicaps. Two also don't have a leg, or one person don't have eye, another person don't have leg. They can help each other, no? They can move towards some other places. They can reach their destiny. Same way, the countries, those who are economically backward, they have to help each other. By helping each other, it is possible to develop. So our intention also that one, let us help each other and neighbors or whoever may need the help, let us help them. One or the other day, we will get the help from them. So live and let live should be our goal. So thank you very much.